Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. Love is the chain to lock a child to its parent. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. A farce or comedy is best played, a tragedy is best read at home. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. For people who like that kind of a book, that is the kind of book they will like. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. Adhere to your purpose, and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. On the contrary, if you falter and give up, you will lose the power of keeping any resolution, and will regret it all your life. And in the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. If I am killed, I can die but once, but to live in constant dread of it is to die over and over again. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Peace does not appear so distant as it did. I hope it will come soon, and come to stay, and so come as to be worth the keeping in all future time. I have here stated my purpose according to my view of official duty, and I intend no modification of my oft-expressed personal wish that all men everywhere could be free. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save, or meanly lose, the last best hope of earth. Fourscore and 7 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty, and the American people, just now, are much in want of one. We all declare for liberty, but in using the same word we do not all mean the same thing. In very truth he was the noblest work of God, an honest man. I believe it is an established maxim in morals that he who makes an assertion without knowing whether it is true or false is guilty of falsehood, and the accidental truth of the assertion does not justify or excuse him. Let no young man choosing the law for a calling for a moment yield to the popular belief, resolve to be honest at all events, and if in your own judgment you cannot be an honest lawyer, resolve to be honest without being a lawyer. In law it is a good policy to never plead what you need not, lest you oblige yourself to prove what you cannot. Let us at all times remember that all American citizens are brothers of a common country and should dwell together in the bonds of fraternal feeling. I have never had a feeling politically that did not spring from the sentiments embodied in the Declaration of Independence. Passion has helped us, but can do so no more. It will in future be our enemy. Reason, cold, calculating, unimpassioned reason, must furnish all the materials for our future support and defense. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. Our reliance is in the love of liberty which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the Spirit, which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men, in all lands, everywhere. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. If you are resolutely determined to make a lawyer of yourself, the thing is more than half done already. There is no grievance that is a fit object of redress by mob law. Towering genius disdains a beaten path. It seeks regions hitherto unexplored. I am in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Whatever you are, be a good one. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down. I never encourage deceit, and falsehood, especially if you have got a bad memory, is the worst enemy a fellow can have. The fact is, truth is your truest friend, no matter what the circumstances are. I distrust the wisdom, if not the sincerity, of friends who would hold my hands while my enemies stab me. If we have no friends, we have no pleasure, and if we have them, we are sure to lose them and be doubly pained by the loss. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. Labor is prior to and independent of capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is the superior of capital and deserves much the higher consideration. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. What is conservatism? Is it not adherence to the old and tried against the new and untried?